Now it's time for another eBay unboxing. What did we get today? I don't know. We'll have to find out. All right, so now that you saw my dumb mug, you'll probably never ever see it again. And so yeah, I'm very shy. All right, so this thing, I had no clue what it was. I thought it was Victorian, and when I purchased it, it had like a buy it now of $25. And I was like, this is actually really pretty, but I thought it was Victorian. And then when I was doing some research on it, I was finding out information on it. And well, let's get to the unboxing and actually see the damn thing and check it out. All this packing for this, and that's actually good. I like when sellers pack things very nicely. And what do we have here? So I really and truly thought this was Victorian. And why are we not focusing? So I was so worried about the face reveal that I forgot to put my hooker gloves on. All right, so this thing, what the hell is it? Well, I looked at it. I said, "Oh, it looks Victorian, or at least 1920s," and it's God, these stupid YouTube notifications. And yeah, so I was like, this is Opaline glass. And it was being sold for $25. Buy it now. It said vintage perfume bottle. And so we have this top here made out of brass with a little point. And let's open it up and see if it contains yabba dabba do. I don't know. Let's see. And it does. Oh, I want to smell this. It has perfume on it. Oh, wow, that's interesting. It has an interesting scent to it. Yeah, and it's made out of like celluloid or plastic. Don't know. At first I thought it was like animal bone. I don't know. My camera sucks. Let's try to get a better view. Yeah. All right. So now if this is plastic, we know that this is definitely not Victorian. Although they did have plastics during the Victorian time, they had celluloid. So when I was doing my research, I found another bottle. Now, I could not find another bottle like this anywhere, except for two pictures that I found on the internet that had a bottle that was almost identical to this, except for it did not have the forget-me-nots painted on it. And so let's go ahead and check it out, see how old this bottle really is, and actually what it once was. There's no markings on it. And if you look around the corners, we had this almost like coin edge on it. Looks like almost like a wire in a way. Let's check other pieces of it out. And yeah, interesting. So the wire's attached with a little loop over here. And again, my camera's spazzing out on me. All right, so let's check out what the hell this is. When was it made? It's definitely not Victorian now that we know by the Daba. And yeah, let's do research. I love research. All right, so the closest thing to my bottle was this that I saw on eBay, but it has like a chatelaine chain hanging from it, and the top is completely wrong. And but it's actually quite similar. So let's take a look, and you can see we have this little collar over here, and same thing with mine. Don't know if you could see that. I have to actually clean this with a little bit of what is that stuff that I use again? Oh God, I'm having a brain fart. It figures. I'll remember later. And you see the wire going down the side, like on this one? Let's check that out. And so I was like, wait a minute. This is not Victorian. It's not, at least from the 1920s. Well, and then I saw this. So let's go ahead and take a look at it. And it says, Rare 1944 Femme by Rochas. Don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Purse. Size milk glass perfume bottle with Daba. And I was like, whoa, okay. So now we're getting somewhere with this research. And this one being sold for 188 doll hairs. And it has the same stopper as mine. Here we go. A very similar one. And here's it with the cap off. Too bad mine don't have the chain. Don't know if it ever had the chain. And then they go ahead and they show us a version by this French perfume maker. It's a small purse-sized femme bottle. And apparently it came with like lace over the bottle. And value, it says here, perfume bottle and stopper, Femme by Rocha. I'm going to get that wrong. It sounds like roaches. By Roaches. Femme by Roaches. Yeah, maybe that's how you say it. Rochas. Rorschach test? I don't know. Small purse-sized flattened oval white opaline bottle covered in black lace. Gilt metal hinged cap. with Daba, pouch and box, special Christmas edition, circa 1944, 2 3/4 inches. Illustration top next column, 475 doll hairs. Well, of course, mine doesn't come with the original pouch or box or the black lace over it, and the top is all wrong for it. So where does that leave us now? All right, further research. But wait, there's more. So I found somebody on Pinterest that had a bottle similar to mine. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. All right, a bottle similar to mine with this hand-painted flowers. And it says here, Victorian enameled white Opaline milk glass scent bottle, late 19th century, with gilt screw cap. And who's right and who's wrong? I have no clue. So far my question is, did they actually make these during the Victorian era and then revived this design later on in the 40s? Could that be it? And so I find another bottle similar to mine on a little stand. That bottom piece on the bottom of the perfume bottle does not belong to it, with black like chantilly lace over it. And if you look at the top, let's go ahead and look at the top. It has like that point, like mine, and it has that little like gilded collar, and it has the wire going down the side. So is this let's see, it says rare circa 1950s Rochage. I said it wrong probably. Femme lace covered scent perfume bottle. And there's no price, unfortunately. It's sold. And it says a rare and elegant white opaline glass femme purse scent bottle, both sides covered in delicate patterned black lace. The bottle has a brass screw top with synthetic dauber, as well as a brass collar and a band side mount. Oh, so these are called band side mounts, I guess. All right. Condition. Lace work appears in overall good condition, blah, blah, blah. Bottle and mounts undamaged, good lid fit. If you have any questions, blah, 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 blah. Circa 1950s. Produced for Roches. I can't do it. Roches, Paris. The top is stamped Luxor and made in Spain. Huh. So could this be an actual Spanish bottle? I don't know. So when I Google Luxor made in Spain, this crap comes up, anything but what I asked for. And so there's actually nothing. Now I'm going to put it in quotes. Let me just put quotes. When you actually search something on Google in quotes, it actually only searches that particular thing that you typed. So let's see what happens. And yeah, pretty much. Wait, Highmark, blue glass bot. Yeah, it's actually nothing is popping up for Luxor made in Spain glass bottle. Interesting. So now let's head over to Cleopatra's Boudoir. And this is one of my favorite websites for doing research. Cleopatra's Boudoir. Boudoir. I can't even say the damn word. Cleopatra's Boudoir.blogspot.com. I'm giving her a shout out. Sorry for that. Okay, and so what can we find out about this perfume bottle? Okay, so apparently it has femme. So we know the bottle actually is inspired by possibly a design for this company, Femme by Rochage, 1943. Apparently, after the Second World War, a new perfume was on the horizon. At the request of Marcel Roches, that's all I'm going to call it, Edmund Rudnitska created the perfume Femme. The perfume was inspired by Roche's young wife. Legend has it he gave it to her as his wedding present. During the occupation of France in World War II, it was impossible to receive shipments of raw materials. Poking around through stored and discarded drums of material in the yards of Delaire perfume plant near Paris, Edmund Rudnitska came across an unusual compound that had never been used before. It has been aging undisturbed in the yard for many years. Using this new material with its unusual peach and apricot scent and in combination with oak moss, this talented perfumer created the seductive fragrance Femme. It took Delaire almost 6 years to reproduce exactly the unusual compound that is the secret of this unique Femme fragrance. They succeeded, and Femme continues as one of the classic perfumes of the century. I've never smelt it before. Actually, maybe it's in that actual bottle. So basically, perfumer Edmond Rudnitska talked about the humble creation of his sumptuous perfume Femme. Let me tell you, I created Femme in 1943 in Paris during the worst days of the war in a building that had a rubbish dump on one side and a paint factory on the other. Apparently, Rudnitska allegedly found a vat of compound base called prunol, which contained the chemical methyl ionone in a Delaire factory and made use of it in the creation of Femme. Delaire's prunol was made up of P of peach, ionones, aldehydes, C14, undecgalactone, and C18, cumin, cardamom, methyl isobutyl ketone V, and patchouli. And in 1944, Roches issued a letter inviting select women, okay, only select women, to purchase his first perfume. It was originally produced in a limited, numbered edition, and the following year it was made available to the public. This scent was highly praised by critics. Very interesting. So could my bottle, now these are ads on her site for 1950s, could my bottle actually be one of the earliest bottles that they used? Maybe, possibly. Now, they came in many different shapes as well, not just the little purse-sized one that I have. It appeared that it was shaped in the amphora shape and actually designed after a corset that he designed, this fashion guy, Marcel Roches. I'm going to call him Roches, for Mae West. And here's a 1954 ad. And he had several different scents: Femme, La Ruse, Mouche, Mousseline. Don't know if I pronounced that right. And so for the teeny tiny little bottle, it was 5 doll hairs back in 1954. Wow. Okay. The packaging was trimmed with a printed black Chantilly lace designed by Albert Gossett. The lace design harkens back to the corset that Roches made for Mae West. Only the luxury edition crystal bottles will be signed with the Lalique signature. Oh, okay. So another French maker who was known for their glass actually made these bottles. Now, other bottles were made by Pouchet et du Corval. Very interesting. Mini perfume bottle. Here's an example. Femme was available in Perfume in 5 sizes. A quarter of an ounce. Stands 2.75 inches tall. That's probably mine. And all different ounces and sizes. Okay, some adorable purse bottles, flacon sac, were created to hold Perfume. Included a frosted vial with a gilded cap and 2 white Opaline glass bottles. One is an oval shape and covered with black lace, and the other is round with a small round ball cap. Measures 1.88 in diameter. Also came in clear glass. Interesting. So I guess this is the one made by, I'm going to say it wrong, Lalique. Flacon sac, 1.5 drams. Aha, and here we go with an Opaline version, covered in some lace netting that you could take off. I can't see in here, so that must have been a label that was affixed to it. That was like a gold colored label, but I see a big round top. I don't know. Has our mystery been solved? It doesn't look like it. It says white Opaline glass purse bottle. Now, the only other I've been able to find that's similar to mine, but has a different design. As you can see, it's like the same type of bottle with the banded sides. And of course, we're out of focus. Like this one with the banded sides. Same top. Yep. Same collar. Don't know if you could see that. But with a different design. It looks like a sparkly gilded gold painting being sold for $54. I guess the person thought it was antique, and they wrote antique French gilt opaque glass perfume bottle. 54 doll hairs. Now, this has been on my watch list for quite some time, so don't buy it now. No, I'm only kidding. If you want to buy it, go ahead and buy it. Let's check out their other pictures, and Etsy's taking long. Aha, we have the same stopper as mine. So what is the story behind this bottle? Etsy is taking a long time to load. Oh my God, Etsy, really? Okay, there we go. And let's see, size-wise. Yeah, we're talking about the same size. Interesting. Okay, so far what I'm able to surmise from this is not Victorian. This is not from the 20s. This is not as old as I thought it was, but it's unmistakably French. It's Opaline glass. It's beautiful and enameled. We have the built-in little daba inside, and it once must have held very expensive French perfume in it, perhaps by roaches. And maybe not. Who knows? Maybe the company that made these bottles actually made these bottles before they made them for roaches, and painted them with different designs, and sold them at a previous time to 1943. You never know. I guess this mystery is unsolved. Does anybody know? Please write in the comments below. Do you have any theories behind this bottle? It could have been made also, roaches made different perfumes as well around that time, post World War II, that also used little Opaline purse-sized bottles that were either round or square. So again, maybe this was made for another one of his scents. He did have multiple different scents, but I was not able to find any of the Opaline glass miniature purse bottles for the other scents. Nowhere, anywhere on the internet. Could this be really that rare? Or could it be just an ordinary perfume bottle? You tell me. But really fast, we're going to do a quick cutaway and find out the story behind roaches, or rochas, or ruchas, or whatever the hell you want to call it.
1925 Paris, a young man, aged 23, passionate about women, starts his own couture house. His name, Marcel Rochas. One day in the Paris metro, Marcel bumps into a sapphire blue-eyed young Parisienne. He cries out, "You've got a good head for hats." She looks back at him. A new love is born. By then, Marcel has made a name for himself in the world of couture. He is adulated by elegant Parisians. But he has eyes only for Hélène. Hélène dances ballet at the opera in Paris. The young ballerina becomes Marcel Rochas's muse. Soon, the couture designer asks her to marry him. For the wedding, Marcel Rochas presents his bride with the most extraordinary of gifts, a perfume. A chypre, fruity fragrance nuanced with rose and jasmine from Grasse, anchored on an oak moss and patchouli base. The perfume is named Femme. He has created it for her, intense, unforgettable. It symbolizes Marcel Rochas's love for Hélène. The crystal bottle is by Lalique. For Marcel and Hélène, life's little pleasures are a source of inspiration. Fashion collections and perfume follow one another with equal success. Their first fragrance for men is named after their cat, Moustache. When Marcel dies in 1955, he leaves Hélène in charge of Rochas, now exclusively producing perfumes. Hélène is 28 years old. The mother of two, becomes the first woman CEO at the helm of a major company in France. Under the influence of this arts and fashion lover, the name Rochas becomes more acclaimed than ever. The lady the Americans call the sophisticated panther transformed the Rochas brand into a perfume hallmark. In 1960, she launches the iconic Madame Rochas that instantly meets with international success, followed by Eau de Rochas that rapidly becomes a timeless classic. The love story between Rochas and elegance, conscience, and daring woman has never faded. From the golden age of Hollywood studios to the glamorous catwalks where Alessandro Dell'Acqua now reinvents Rochas for contemporary women, the love story lives on.
Rorschach. I think I said it right now after seeing the video. Could this be a Rorschach bottle? Oh my God, I butcher French. Oh Lord, I'm sorry. If you're French, I apologize. I really do. So if you know in the comments below, please help me out. If you're a perfume collector, bottle collector, I would love to know more about this gorgeous bottle that I got. I got it for $25 hairs. One being sold on the internet that's similar but not the same for $180 something. What is it worth? I have no clue. You tell me. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys all real soon, hopefully.